Hey guys, what is up? My name is Landon and welcome to the Jersey Zone. So today I'm going to do a tier list of the reverse retros that were shown yesterday, and if you guys want to see my first thoughts on the jerseys, all those videos will be in the description down below. But anyways, let's get right into the tier list. Okay, so here we have our tier list. Now I didn't do it like I did last time where I just had all the lettering. Here I have words, so I have perfect, great, good, okay, bad, and boring. So I have a perfect category. Now with this one, I'm only going to put probably 2 jerseys into. I don't want to put a lot of jerseys into perfect. I'm going to max myself at 2. And then we have boring, and obviously there's kind of 2 that immediately come to mind when you think of that. And the reason I have this category here is because I wouldn't put them in bad, but I don't want to put them in okay either, even though I do think both of those jerseys that I'm thinking of currently I might put more in. I don't think they are bad, but I also don't want to put them in the okay category because they're not what I want. So anyways, let's get right into the tier list here. Okay, so starting off with the Ducks, and I'm going to throw this one into perfect right away. I love this jersey. Think it's absolutely amazing. I even like it more than the older version. The older version is just like teal where it is white. I think I like the white there better. I think it looks a lot nicer. I'm putting it into perfect. It is an immediate buy for me. I've already messaged Ben H Sports wanting this jersey. So this is one that I want like right away. I absolutely love it. Next up is Arizona. This one is very high up on my great scale. I think it is really good. It's not quite perfect, but it is very close to it. It's one of the jerseys that I love the most in these reverse retros. I think it is absolutely amazing. Next up, onto Boston. I'm going to throw Boston in great as well. I think it is a very nice jersey. It's very clean. I like these Boston jerseys a lot. I know it's not a whole lot different than some of the other jerseys that they've done before, but I think it is absolutely amazing. I really like it. And I obviously love the meth bears on the shoulders. I think that's fantastic. I love those jerseys a lot. Next up, onto Buffalo, and Buffalo is going to be the same as Arizona. It is so close to perfect, but I have another jersey that I think is just a little bit better that edges it out. So I think it is absolutely amazing. I really love the Buffalo jersey, but it just doesn't quite make it to perfect because, like I said, I only want to have 2 jerseys there. So for now, it'll stay in great. Next up, onto Calgary. I love Blasty. I think it is a great jersey. It's a great logo. I like the white on the shoulder patches, the white flames, the white seas. But unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of just the striping only separating the black. I prefer it in the CCM version where it separates it from the black and then it goes into red at the bottom. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it in good. I like it a lot, like I said, but I prefer the older one, so I'm putting it into good for now. Next up, onto Carolina. Now, I wasn't huge on Carolina yesterday, but I've kind of started to come around to it. I think I like the gray a lot more than I did yesterday. And like I said in my video yesterday as well, it's kind of hard to mess up a Whalers jersey. So I'm going to throw it into good. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's quite at that tier, but it's a high level good. I like it a lot. Next up, onto Chicago. Chicago's just okay for me. Like I said, I don't really love that logo. Like I said in the video yesterday, I prefer their main logo right now. I do like the black jersey. I think black looks really good with the Chicago Blackhawks. I think the black jerseys look really nice with the red accents. So I do think it's on the higher scale of the okay, but I still just think it's okay. Next up is the Colorado Avalanche, and this one is in the perfect for me as well. I absolutely love it. I mean, I love the Nordiques logos and the Nordiques jerseys. I think they're also one of the best jerseys ever. I think they are absolutely fantastic. And seeing it in a burgundy, I like it a lot, actually. It works really well. And so these are going to be my 2 jerseys in perfect. That's where I'm going to cap them there. I think both of these jerseys are just fantastic. They're just absolutely amazing. Next up, onto Columbus. I'm going to throw Columbus in okay for right now. I don't love the jersey. I don't think it's bad. Like I said yesterday, my main issue with it is it just reminds me too much of a Washington Capitals jersey. It doesn't really make me think of Columbus a whole lot. I also would have liked Stinger on the side. I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely leaning towards bad. It's not quite there yet. Next up, onto Dallas. Dallas I'm putting in bad. The more I look at this jersey, the more I don't like it. Once again, like the Flames jersey, I would have preferred a solid color at the bottom. I don't like just the one line separating it. And also just a white jersey with a white background to this logo with what appears to be like light gold or whatever color that is. Like, I can barely even tell what that word is saying in this picture right here. I know it is a smaller picture, but like, it's just, I don't understand their thought process there. this one is not a good jersey for me. Now on to Detroit. Detroit's jersey is just boring. Like I said in my video yesterday, I kind of like it. I'm not really saying that boring makes it into the bad category or makes it worse than the bad category. It's just boring. You know, I wish they did something different. I wish they did something a little bit more special. If they were going with this, I wish they would have went with something different with the logo, just to at least change it up a little bit. Maybe do one of their older logos, maybe the one with the D, maybe the one that they wore in 2014 Winter Classic. Something along those lines. Like, it's very similar to the Centennial Classic that they wore, but the Centennial Classic is just a lot better. And that's the jersey that I wore in my review for the Atlantic Division yesterday. But yeah, overall, I'm just not a huge fan of this jersey. I'm starting to like it less the more I look at it. I just wish they did something different. It's a little bit too boring. Next up, on to Edmonton, and I'm going to throw Edmonton in good. I like Edmonton's jersey a lot. I think it looks really, really nice. It's very clean. This one's probably going to be a higher up tier of good as well. But once again, this is a very nice jersey. It's on the higher side of the good. I like it a lot, but it just doesn't quite reach that great category for me. And then with the Panthers as well, I'm going to throw Panthers into good as well. It's another one that I like a lot. I think it's really, really nice. It's really, really good. Doesn't quite reach that great category, but I think it's very nice. Next up, on to the Kings. The Kings is going to go into great. I think this jersey is amazing. I want it so, so bad. I think it is fantastic. I love that purple and gold. I think it is absolutely amazing. It really, really fits the Kings in my opinion. So I like that one a lot. I think it is really, really nice. Next up, on to the Minnesota Wild. That's why I'm wearing my North Stars gear. So this one is a jersey. I'm glad that I kind of slept on it and I didn't do a tier list yesterday. I was thinking about doing a tier list yesterday, but I decided to hold off because my opinion has changed slightly with some of these jerseys. Not a ton, but just a little bit. And this is one of the ones where it slightly changed. I don't mind the logo as much as I did yesterday. Like I was saying yesterday, it's probably one that I would start to like more as time went on, and I've started to like it more already. I'm throwing it into the great category. Next up, onto Montreal. I'm not sure where I want to put Montreal. I'm going to throw it into good for now, but I might throw it up into great. I really, really like these jerseys. I think they're very, very nice. I love the blue. I love that they went with something different, and I think it paid off. I think it works really, really well. So I really, really like these jerseys. I might bump it up to a great later. We'll see. Now on to Nashville. I'm going to throw these into okay. I like the silvering on the shoulders and the sides and everything like that. I like that a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the yellow as the main color, like I was saying yesterday. I don't mind it as much right now, but I definitely would have preferred a different color, but I don't think it's awful. Like I said, I really, really like the silvering. I definitely don't hate it as much as I did yesterday, but I don't love it. Next up, on to New Jersey, and New Jersey is in great. I think this is a great jersey. It is absolutely fantastic, super, super nice, super, super clean, just an absolutely fantastic, nice jersey. I love it. Now on to the Islanders, and of course that one's going into boring as well. Not that it's a bad jersey, again, it's just, I wish they went with something different. I wish they did something different. They didn't even have to go back to the Fisherman. They could have just used the Blue Wave, which is basically the same kind of styling as the Fisherman with just their regular logo. I just wish they did something different, and they just kind of kept it pretty much the same. So that's why it just goes into boring for me. It's not the worst, but it's not great. Now on to the Rangers, and I'm throwing Rangers in good. I was pretty down on this jersey yesterday. Once again, it's another jersey like the Flames, like the Stars, where it doesn't have another color after the striping, and I think I would prefer that. Like I said, I prefer the CCM version of the New York Rangers Lady Liberty logo than I do to these ones here. I think these ones are a little bit boring, but it's hard to put the Lady Liberty logo in anything but good, because I think it is, like I said, I really, really like it. So I'm going to put it into good, but it's not on the higher side just because I'm not a huge fan of the striping. Okay, on to Ottawa, and like I said yesterday, it's just the same thing as what Montreal did. It's just their home jersey with the colors swapped, which I do like their home jersey. I like Ottawa's home jersey a lot, but I'm not sure how much I like the pure red. So it just kind of feels a little boring to me, but I don't want to throw it into boring because, like I said, it's the same thing that the Canadiens done, and the Canadiens aren't good, but I just don't think it works as well as the Canadiens colors do inversed. I'm going to throw it into good for now. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't want to say it's bad because I don't think it's bad, but I just don't really love it. Next up, onto Philly, and I like these jerseys a lot. Like I said yesterday, I'm not sure if this is just me, but this striping here kind of looks like it's in the shape of a bell, and I know that's kind of a part of their city, so I don't know if that's intentional or if that's just me kind of imagining something. Either way, even if that's not the case, I like it a lot. I think it's in the great category for me. I might bump it down to good because I don't think it's as good. Actually, I'm going to bump it down to good. I'm going to bump it down to good because I don't think it's as good as these, but it's definitely on the higher side of these because, yeah, like I like these jerseys a lot. I think they're super, super nice. Next up, on to Pittsburgh, and I'm just not a huge fan of word marks, honestly. I just don't like them a lot. I don't think this is an overly bad jersey, but I just don't like word marks, so it just goes in the okay category for me. Next up, onto the Blues, and like I said yesterday, I don't hate these jerseys as much as I thought I would, but I just prefer the other version of this jersey, where it is the blue at the top and the red at the bottom, the inverse of this. I just think it's a lot nicer, so I'm going to put this jersey into okay. I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely not amazing. I don't love it. Next, on to the Sharks. The Sharks I'm going to throw into good. This is a higher tier of good as well. I like this jersey a lot, but it just doesn't quite reach that great category for me. I like the striping on it. I was shocked that that's what they went back to. I like the gray, actually, a lot more than I think I did yesterday, and I love that logo. That logo is sweet, so I'm going to throw that into good. Next, on to Tampa, and this jersey has grown on me a lot, actually. When I first saw it, I liked it. I thought it was a nice looking jersey, but I am like really starting to like this jersey more and more each time that I look at it. They have the victory stripes. I didn't mention this in the video yesterday, but they have the victory stripes underneath the armpits here, like they did in the older jerseys. I just like that a lot. For some reason, I like that on that older jersey. For some reason, I think it's really cool. But either way, I like these jerseys a lot, and I'm going to throw it into great. Next up, on to Toronto, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to throw Toronto into bad. I just don't like this jersey. Once again, like I said yesterday, that logo just feels massive for me, and I thought this would be a jersey that hopefully I would start to come around to a little bit more. I haven't yet. I've actually gone probably down, like I said. That stripe at the bottom is just way too big. I would have preferred maybe a double striping instead of just one big stripe. I don't think I love the gray. I didn't think that I would mind the gray, but I'm not really loving it right now. Just overall, I'm just not a huge fan of these jerseys at all. Next up, on to Vancouver. Vancouver is in great. I love this jersey. I love the gradient jersey. Like I said yesterday, I think the gradient jersey is just awesome, and they somehow made it nicer. I like the coloring a lot more on this jersey than the previous one where it was red, and this one is now blue into green. I saw a post on Instagram where someone compared this to looking like a Sprite can, and it kind of does, but I like it. I think it's really nice. It's a great jersey, and yeah, I like it a lot. Next up, on to Vegas. Vegas is bad for me. Once again, I just don't like that red. I just don't think it fits Vegas very well. I don't mind the bottom a ton. I think that's fine, but it doesn't bring it up for me enough, and the logo itself, like I said, I was really looking forward to them using their secondary logo as a main logo, but here, it just doesn't work for me. Next up, on to the Capitals, and this is a jersey that I've come around to a little bit. I really didn't like it yesterday. I was really disappointed in it, but I saw a picture of Tom Wilson wearing this jersey, and it didn't look too bad. Yesterday, I probably would have thrown this into the bad category, but for right now, I'm going to throw it into okay. This jersey might grow on me as time goes on, but for right now, it's still just okay. I don't love it, but I don't mind it as much as I did yesterday. And the final one, the Jets. The Jets is also a jersey that has grown on me. I'm throwing it into the good category. I think yesterday I would have had it in okay. I've started to like it more and more. I've started to come around to it. I think it is a nice looking jersey. I still don't think it's at that great category. I think it's on the lower side of good, but either way, that's where I'm going to have it. Okay, so that's my tier list here. So that was my tier list for the reverse retro jerseys. I'll have the tier list in the description down below if you guys want to do one yourself. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe for more jersey content. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter at the Jersey Zone YT on Instagram and at the Jersey Zone on Twitter. Links are in the description down below. But yeah, like I said, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later.